Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, today's map is not the scheduled map. Yes, I do have a schedule over on patreon.com/BonBonB. You all need a free Patreon account to be able to see it, but once you're there, you'll be able to see what's coming up in the following week. Now, today's map was supposed to be won by Yuratar Darifire, one of the Ocean Diamond series, but it turns out it's not a series. This is just an upgraded one of what was previously reviewed way back in 700 and something. So we had to choose something different. So I've gone to the long list. I've chosen one off of the long list that's been waiting a while, just over a year. And I figured that whether or not you like it, you're going to like it, aren't you? That's right, hitting that like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. So thank you for your support. Today's map is Saebyeog Strait by SimCity, and it's
my first map.
That's right, and it's okay. It's alright actually. Lots to like about it and a few problems as well. There's your start square, no problems with the start square. And then your terrain heights look infinitely playable as well. Lots of flattish land and a few hills to shape things up a bit. Then we've got the resources, a little bit of field painting, which take it or leave it, but dabbling around elsewhere makes it playable. And then off to the workshop. It's a mass transit map. You will need mass transit for this one. Apparently it's Park Life 2, although I couldn't tell you why. I'm sure there is. We'll be using the realistic tropical theme and the realistic 1.2 LUT as well. So anyway, plenty to see with today's map, a few beginner errors, and it is a first map, so we'd expect that too. Now, first of all, our first intersection, if we go left, that'll take us into the heart of the map. But we're going to carry on because I want to show you where this traffic's coming from. Oh, little bit of a road glitch going on there. Little bit of a tweak. I don't mind the 5 lanes going down to 4 lanes, and then going down to 3 lanes. That's nice little bit of lane merging going on there. It's quite good. Anyway, you may notice we've got a lot of traffic on the left-hand carriageway and nothing on the right-hand carriageway. That tells me there's probably a bit of a problem down here somewhere. We'll keep going until we find it. Then we come down in a few moments' time. We'll head in towards a second intersection. And that second intersection will follow in a moment, and that'll take us into the heart of the map as well. But if we carry on this way, you'll see, there you go, there's that second intersection. That's the way we will be going. This will take us down towards the fog, and this is your second and final highway connection. So it's just a little loop off in the edge of the map. If we pull back here though, and I come out of the fog mode, somewhere around here is, there you go, a little bit of backwards highway. Now, this map is intended to be played with 25 tiles, or up to 25 tiles, but this is out in the fog. So unless you're actually going to play 81 tiles, you're never ever going to be able to fix that, unless you do so in the editor. So just a word of warning. I mean, it's not game breaking, it's not the worst thing in the world, it's just not particularly, well, it's a simple error to fix, and it'd be nice if it was. Of course, this map's over a year old now, so I don't expect the creator to be going back and fixing it, so it's just something to consider if you take it on. I do like this little bridge here. That's a nice little, I like the way the suspension actually spans the actual gap, and then we have an elevated section either side. It's very tidy, very nice little bridge. And then we have a lot of vanilla trees, a lot of vanilla trees. So many. And again, they work quite nicely with the map. I quite like the heights of the hills as well. I'm going to say that again, because there's just something about having hills that aren't too imposing, that you can build into if you want to. They're not like a solid, brick wall of cliffs. A little bit of a tunnel, so obviously made with the tunnel enabler, which is a good thing to see that they've actually had a serious go at that. That's good. And then if we follow the road this way, we're heading down in towards Start Square territory now, and it's all pretty solid work. I've got nothing to really grumble about here. The intersection will look very busy. We'll look at this in a little bit more detail after the intermission, but little hint of that. Also, we have an asset of the day because it's the asset of the daytime, and it's something very simple, very, very simple indeed, but very nicely done. Modern Office by The Lost Cake. I don't think we've done The Lost Cake in the past. And as well, assets go. You don't want every asset to be the best asset in the world. Sometimes you just need fillers, and this is a great filler asset. Factoids, because factoids. On today's date, February the 6th, in 1952, Queen Elizabeth II came to the throne after the death of her father, George VI. Many important world figures have been entertained at Buckingham Palace every year, and a ruler is used to position the place settings at meals. And when they say a ruler, I'm sure they mean one with like centimetre markings, not actually, maybe the crowned king of Sweden. Yeah, here, lie down here, sir, so we can just measure things. I don't think that would work quite so well. But anyway, Modern Office by The Lost Cake. It's very sweet and very tidy and very likeable. And back to the highway. So again, we're going to ignore this intersection for now. I just want to follow the highway back to where we started off, just to show you that it does loop round on itself, and it gives you a couple of access entry points. Now, I've not actually checked the entire highway to make sure that there aren't any other backward sections, but I'm just going to assume that it is just that one section off in the fog. I can't check everything, but I will check enough, Now down here, this is a little bit, saw a little bit of this earlier on. Just a little bit of it's glitchy, clunky, glitchy. It actually takes a little bit of work to try and get this one to look right. Adding in an extra node so that I can move the nodes out a little bit further from each other. And yes, I can see we've got some backwards going highway there, but that's not an issue really. And I would like those arrows to be pointing straight on, but it's not always possible. And in this occasion, I don't mind that it's two pointing to the right, two pointing to the left. And if you're a driver, you would know which lane to be in, wouldn't you? That's quite clear what lane you have to be in. I don't mind it at all. That's quite tidy. But again, first map, can't expect bells and whistles. Just expect something reasonable. What we have here is something very reasonable indeed. The rail's very smooth. Nice little incline to get you over the highway there, and then over the water, comes back down to ground. Very smooth indeed. Very good work with the rail there. Now, I'm not checking for inclines in the land. Again, just eyeball checking. It looks like it might be a little bit uppy-downy, but it doesn't really show. And because of that, I'm just going to accept it as being fine. Being perfectly alright. A little elevated bridge there. What's that elevated? It's ground level elevation. It's just tidy. No reason to do a humpback bridge to get the rail over. It's good work. Very good work. The field painting I quite like. I think this theme really does work very well, and it's been used very well indeed. And even the vanilla trees look quite nice against it. So all credit there as well. Definitely a bit of an incline going on there, so possibly something that could be picked up on and tidied up on. And then we are back at the start square, so let's have a break.
Have you never quite worked out how to use Ploppable Rico? And what the heck is Ploppable Rico anyway? Then you need the Beginner's Guide to Ploppable Rico by BonBonB. Click the information button below.
And so back to Saebyeog Strait by SimCity. And we have shipping routes, and they're okay. It splits to go around the island, so it comes back together on the other side of the island. So again, that works very tidily. And no grumbles with that at all. Shipping route then comes around this way and up through the strait this way. That's all good. Then we get to the edge of the map and the fog. And we have a bit of a right angle thing going on here. When I say a thing, it's not the worst angles, but it is deep in the fog, so you can't really see it. And what's going on there, I don't know what shape this is meant to be, but it looks a little bit rude. Okay, let's talk no more about it. We've got water flow going through the strait, as you'd expect, and it's relatively strong. You'll have no problems with vanilla rules plopping and pumping, so that is good indeed. We'll pull back here. You'll see. There we go, the strait. Okay, now let's have a little look at this intersection. There are a few lanes going off in this direction. You'll notice one that dead ends right here. And we will see, that's obviously the in route. This is the out route. 4 lanes into 3 lanes into 2 lanes. And then that follows across here to the strait where we have a nice little bridge, which isn't quite completed. And then over here, we've got, hopefully, this is the in lane. Best way to check that, I think, will be just to grab one of these and just connect up a road into the side of it. We can actually see the arrows. Look at that. We can already see the arrows there. So yes, it's very clearly, very clearly the in lane. So that is just all set and ready to continue building if you want to carry on in that direction. So yes, so as an intersection, it's quite tidy and it does all that it needs to. Catenaries here, first of all, we'll show you this one. This one's a good one. You check that, what that catenary there is between the 2 lines. That is good. This one here is just clipping the rail on that one. So as problems go, that's not really the world's biggest one. Although if you want to play a truly realistic game, you might want to fix it. Okay. The map as a whole, tasty. I've got to say tasty. We've got a landmass over here. You've got a landmass island going on there. Then you've got another island going on over here. And then you've got a landmass on the edge there off in the fog out of the 25 tiles, but it's still there. And then we've got a few islands over here again out of the 25 tiles, but they're there if you want. If you want to play 81 tiles, then there's plenty of options. Now look at the water over here, very still. So I feel this is kind of like the inland part. Come over here, look at the water over here. Choppy. It's like the ocean. So I quite like that. One thing I'm a bit distracted by though, I've got 3 little null spots here. And I'm suspecting that those are water spawn points. How many do you think? Well, actually only the 2. The one in the middle there is obviously where the 2 are pushing against each other and causing a little null spot between them. But you would have thought there'd be 3, wouldn't you? I did. I certainly did. But yes, I would probably remove one of those, maybe lessen the strength a bit, but I don't think it really matters too much. And then we've just got all of this land to build into. It's definitely a builder's map. You could do an awful lot with this one, and a real creative play as well. Just that one problem really with the highway. That's the only real downer, isn't it? But what do you actually think of this map? Do you think it's a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Oh, Bay, nice. Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. What do I think? I don't honestly know. This could swing either way with you guys. Probably not because of the highway. Okay, aesthetically. Right, aesthetically it's okay. It's 3 stars, but I love the layout. I love the way that the islands are broken up into straits. I think that just adds so much interest. So I'm gonna mark it up to the low 4. It's nothing special, but it is, I think, deserving of a 4th star. Detailing on the whole is okay. There are some very nice bits of networking going on, and a few bits that kind of let it down a little bit. It's a 3 stars. Nothing to worry about really. It's okay. Gameplay potential. It could have gone 4 stars, possibly. Could have gone 3 stars, probably. I would have gone 3 stars on this one. But that highway issue, it's not game breaking, but I've got to lose a star on it. So I'm going high 2. High 2 bordering 3 stars. Definitely 3 stars if that was fixed. Saebyeog Strait by SimCity. What a great name. And what an interesting map. I'm really quite glad that Ocean Diamond was just an upgrade. Gave me a chance to have a look at something that we missed. And a year ago, that would have been right up there, I think, actually. As there were yeah, standards are improving all the time. You guys just getting better and better and better. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking, and for subscribing. The Viewer's Choice Top 10 will be coming in the next day or two, so hang around for that one. It's going to be a close one this month, I think. It's going to be very close.